What is this?
So like, whereas
Well,
today I can
so-
say, so like, for instance, here's the thing. We just saw Trump admit that he had no idea, I guess, that he pardoned the Binance guy or whatever.
He didn't say he didn't know that he pardoned him. He said he didn't know who he was.
So who
How's that
pardoned him?
good?
This guy's telling me who I trust. You
How's
should
that
pardon this
good
guy
either?
because this is all bullshit. This is Biden going after these guys. Yeah, Biden going after anybody in crypto. Cool.
So
Like,
what you've just
shut that
described
down.
is there's somebody else running the government besides Trump.
No,
And
I
there's
think you're. Look, even as a CEO, it's not that you're not running the company. It's that you trust certain people to have a sense of like what's going on. They're going to bring it to you, get you to weigh in. But
Dude, what the fuck? Okay, dude. All right.
Well,
Trump administration has abandoned any sense of duty, responsibility, or leadership. It's an abomination. It's a disgrace. Gavin Newsom.
I come here with humility, coming from the United States. I'm very mindful that
Dude, what the fuck? Is there like some kind of like fucking ocean in the background or something? Dude, this guy got sued running an NFT scam. That's why he hates Democrats. That explains everything, okay? You get lucky on crypto, and now you hate the Democrats, all right? That's the arc of every single 22-year-old millionaire, okay?
the Trump administration has abandoned any sense of duty, responsibility, or leadership as it relates to the issues that bring us all here together. It's an abomination. It's a disgrace. But rather than complaining about it, we're trying to do something about it. And if there's one thing that I want to emphasize to all of you, is the state of California has a very different state of mind. There's a different quality of imagination. California is a stable and reliable partner in low carbon green growth and will remain a stable and reliable partner in low carbon green growth. I'm here because I don't want the United States of America to be a footnote at this conference. And I want you to know that we recognize our responsibility and we recognize our opportunity.
Wow, amazing. Thank you, Gavin. Seems the neoconservatives are now trying to distance themselves from the Groypers Fuentes ties by using the term post-liberal instead of fascist. Yeah, exactly. Does neocons even still exist at this point, bro? Like in any way? I don't care. This is, wait, is this sorted by best? Oh no, this is not even sorted by hot, dude. Oh my god. Game of Thrones. Huge news. Democrats just gained a new House seat in Utah. Like a chair? In a rental property? Okay. The face-off ended with the judge choosing a redrawn map that guarantees one Democrat seat out of the 4 in Utah. All 4 were Republican. Republicans are threatening to impeach the judge. Okay. Proposition 4 to assign redistricting to a nonpartisan committee. The Republican legislature later passed a law diluting the role so that they can rig the map themselves. Oh my god, it's the Mormon capital of the world. Salt Lake City, right? Utah.
I don't expect you and I.
Destiny holds Trump supporter accountable. Uh-oh. Every single time there's a clip, I'm just gonna assume it's Thinking Monk.
I don't expect you and
He actually returned the money, but that's why he thinks Biden unfairly went after people. You mean he returned the money after he spent some, right?
I to agree on this, but Kamala Harris completely ruled herself out when she started saying words like what Mamdani is saying. He's more crystallized, he's farther down the road, but she was talking about the same thing, price controls and things like that. And for me, when somebody says that, it's just a disqualifying statement. Now,
what do you think? Because Trump has said so many more things and more.
We're never going to agree on that.
Well, no, but there are some things that you would just be objectively, factually incorrect on. So, for instance, if you're worried about socialism, how do you feel about the fact that Trump now, with the United States is getting shares, the United States government is getting shares in like Intel or U.S. Steel, Nippon Steel? Like that's like that's like an AOC Bernie Sanders wet dream. Oh,
Well, at first, I thought the person I was talking to was tripping because when this person told me that in actuality what was happening is that Trump was enacting socialism, I was like, bro, you're talking crazy talk, okay? But now I'm like, wait a second. What's going on here? Wait, he's actually implementing the USSR too. The original movie was so good. We needed a sequel. Yeah, anyway.
Government has like shares, voting shares or whatever. in these
Capital
companies.
letters moronic.
Yeah,
It's so
but
crazy.
a Democrat would have never done that. So this came from Trump, right? And then when we look at things in terms of like catastrophic impact on the economy, nothing that Kamala said, and Democrats say a lot of dumb things, is the equivalent to the tariff regime that we have right now. That is continuing to our currency devalued 10% over the past year.
Nice, good one. Happy Veterans Day to you, vet DGers. How many vet DGers? I wonder how many of them are actual veterans. Thank you for your service, fellow DGer. Thanks, Big Sarge. Thanks for your service. We'll bring beards back. Thank you. Oh, shit. There's another one. But I'm not even sure, like... I'm not even sure if you mean, like, a veteran, as in, like... You have fought, or you're a veteran, as in, like, you're an ex-soldier. They're not really the same. Do you think? Do you think what? What are you talking about? What do you mean, do you think? Stop! Okay. How does this guy even have a following? Uh-oh. Every time I've seen Destiny speak with him, it's like he's talking to a 95 IQ normie who has a YouTube University education in econ. The most stealthy MAGA Elon fanboy I've ever seen. Half in the video begins, pure cinema bring rot. Holy shit, I'm ready. Oh yes, feed it to me. Vets don't need to see combat? Whoa, no kidding? That's crazy. AJW audience turns on him for checks notes saying blackface is bad and hating people for the skin color isn't a good thing. Oh, Angry Justice Warrior? Okay. I think if you're just delusional, you need to be on some kind of medication. Asmongold thinks Democrats are held to double different standards than Republicans. When a Republican does something bad, big difference. Everybody says, oh, that's really bad. Problem is, Democrats go, oh, it's not bad. Okay, all right. He's just doing the double standards thing, but in the opposite direction. Nice, good one. No way. What is this madness? Oh my god, he just can't dude. He just can't resist. He can't resist. Guess who J-Stock is covering right now? Many times as I move, I feel as though like I could never get used to the process. This look like it's J-Stock. It's just like never. But dude, did he run out of content that quickly? Did he actually? How do you run out of content so quickly? You're even covering my fiction video. Dude, Jesus. Okay, dude.
The reality.
Locklear phrases everything as if he is quoting from a fact or statistic he has just read. Destiny, on the other hand, argues the core of the debate. The latter works well against the far right left, the former works well against centrists. I think. Right, okay. Stats, percentages, and direct quotes are the only way to fight centrists. Okay, alright, cool. Hasan downplays being questioned by Chinese police at Tiananmen Square and equivocates it to what happened in the LA anti-ICE riots and exaggerates events. Okay.
The reality of the matter is, okay, like briefly being questioned by a cop outside of Tiananmen Square is, you know, it's a unique moment of
because he is afraid to cover court stuff. Yeah, I think so. Doesn't J-Stock abuse women? I've heard rumors. Hi, Food in chat. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you, Nutella. Thank you so much. How do you cover me before the transcript? That's so crazy to me. It's so crazy. He's like in shambles right now. Holy shit. It's over.
Stress. It happens.
Dude, right? It's cooked.
But like, what is so insane to me is that, like, I'm a person who has had altercations with American police. I'm a person who's had altercations with police in European capitals. You know, I've interacted with cops all around the world. I've gone to protests. I've been tear gassed. I've been pepper
I've
sprayed.
interacted with what?
I've been, I've been stun grenaded. Like, a stun grenade exploded in my head, like
What?
near my head,
When?
me and March's head, when we were in Los Angeles, in my own fucking backyard. And it's so crazy that brief interaction of a bunch of one young Chinese cop / soldier. I don't know if he was a cop or if he was a soldier or not, like, showing up to be like, what the fuck's on your phone? And like having like a one.
Dude, why is he glazing? God, what an actual fucking pathetic bootlegger, dude. He's actually glazing the motherfucker who is, like, hassling him for just simply live streaming, dude. Actual, like, pathetic behavior. It's so pathetic. Like, it's crazy to me. Yeah. Also, yeah, I like how he, like, hyped up his fucking mansion fucking West Hollywood ass backyard as, like, this fucking war zone or some shit. What an actual, like, fucking pathetic loser. Oh my god. Dude, Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Good one, Hasan. Thank you. Why? And also, he's hyping up the person who hassled him. What the? If you got hassled by police and you're just, like, licking their boots, you might as well just say, oh yeah, I just really like eating police shoes because, you know, they taste good, right? But holy shit, how could you, like, just sit here and just... What the fuck? Oh, this young, sexy Chinese soldier, okay? This East Asian servant of the state. It's like, do you want to fuck him? Like, what's going on? Anyway,
has been blown up into this much more
there for less than a day
like,
before getting a stone search
by my own country, man. I've been detained by my own country. My own country's Customs and Border Protection and Customs and Border Patrol, and we're talking about, like, a cop coming up and being a little aggro.
Wait, you were stopped for 20 minutes on a routine inspection, right? It wasn't even the fact that, like, you were... God, this guy is such a shameless liar. Holy shit. I just don't feel bad for this guy, motherfucker.
First and foremost, here's the thing. Okay?
Yeah, Chinese soldier pinned socialist twink.
First things first. What does he say? Hasan Piker declares, I don't have any patriotism for America while streaming from Tiananmen Square. No, I said I don't have any patriotism in general, which is why I don't like I find it fascinating.
Dude, that's so crazy for Hasan to say. That's so crazy for Hasan to say. Considering how Hasan constantly glazes the USSR, constantly glazes any country that hates the United States. He probably loves Cuba as well. Yeah. Dude. His entire personality is anti-America. Oh, what a loser.
That the Chinese people do. That was my point.
We believe
Franklin D. Roosevelt mocks conservative values.
We believe in social security. We believe in work for the unemployed. We believe in saving homes. Cross our hearts and hope to die. We believe in all these things, but we do not like the way the present administration is doing them. Just turn them over to us. We will do all of them. We will do more of them. We will do them better. And
oh my god.
Important of all,
what a gigachad.
The doing of them will not cost anybody anything.
That's my president. That's my president. Dig up his corpse right now and have him replace Donald Trump. I would rather have Franklin D. Roosevelt's fucking skeleton ruling in place of president than Donald Trump, okay? Holy shit, that's his aura his aura alone, okay, is why we have term limits for the presidency. He got 4 terms as president. That's my president, okay? My dictator. He was there for. Yeah, sorry, I read that. Imagine growing up in this country with all the advantages he did and still being such an asshole. Well, but that's the problem because you grew up as a rich boy. You're always gonna live as a rich boy, right? Oh yeah, I watched the fucking Burger Planet shit finally yesterday. Like last night, I was a high stumbling. I watched the Burger Planet shit last night, and I'm shook. Like that shit is crazy to me. The Burger Planet stuff, holy. Yeah. He's like a forgotten lolcow, who is a renowned sexual harasser, serial sex pest, and generally has been coddled by his parents from a very young age. So he never needed to grow up. And now he's like 40, 42, I think. And Burger Planet or Burger Andy still acts in a very whiny way because it's been intrinsically tied to who he is as a person. And I think that's who Hasan is. I think Hasan is someone who's like that. You have every single part of your life done for you. All the hard parts were handled by your parents. Making money, making friends, starting a business, being someone who's popular. You have everything handed to you. I think what happens is because you don't need to deal with any real world issue that you actually need to jump over hurdles for, you become a spoiled rich white boy, okay? Yeah. Why are you being covered right now on 2 different kick channels? Wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? 2? Okay, so I know J-Stalk is covering me right now. Who else is covering me? Darius? No way, right? Bro. There's no way he's not even live.
And even I would say for myself, I've had to learn.
Oh, by Reservoir. Okay, all right. Loser. L. The Tom Billier is just a scammer, right? According to the SEC, Impact Theory raised more than $30 million from the NFT offering, which occurred. What did you do? I don't know you. Past drama, okay? It's just drama. Listen, people are just mad, okay? They they angry because they ain't us, okay? Wait, they mad because they ain't us. They're mad because... Wait, how do you say it? Is it like... They're mad because they ain't us. Wait. Oh, yeah. They hate us because they ain't us. Okay? There we go. They hate us because they ain't us. Alright? That's why, okay? TLDR. Yeah. An actual US president surprises Korean and Vietnam War veterans on an honor flight who are later greeted by a crowd of people in Washington, D.C. on Veterans Day.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say...
Can you imagine, like, at least one person? You look like you have some bomb as fuck head, so I'll stick around. Thank you. You know? Well, let's see. The people who hate me tend to be pretty fat, okay? And also, they're pretty ugly and not good looking, alright? Listen, okay? You know that nobody who has ever been pretty and good looking has ever been evil, alright? That's a fact, alright? Except for me. Yeah, I'm never... Okay. I'm kidding, joking. Except for Lavloon, maybe, but... Dude, he probably... Like, Obama has probably unironically given some of these veterans, like, a fucking heart attack, unironically. Like, because he just, like, showed up randomly. It's 100% he got someone a fucking heart attack because of how old they are.
Hello, everybody.
What?
As we approach Veterans Day, I wanted to stop by and just say thank you for your extraordinary service. To you, your family, the sacrifices that all of you made to protect our country is something that will always be honored. And we are very grateful, and we also happen to welcome you with a 70-degree day in D.C., which doesn't always happen around here.
That's the first time I've seen a president, former or current, greet an honor flight, and that is absolutely amazing. A commander-in-chief, a leader who's going to show up and tell you that your service was worth something. I think that's the important part, so I think it was a great thing that happened.
Last time I got to see a president, it was Gerald Ford.
How about that?
It was a joy in my heart today to see all these people. It's good. We still got people in our country, and that's good.
I had tears in my eyes. I just couldn't believe that there was that many people around that remembered us and was there to greet us, and it was just unbelievable.
I would imagine these are all Vietnam War veterans, right? We're not talking about people who has fought in the Middle Eastern conflicts, but people who has fought overseas in Vietnam, right? Yeah, like these are some of the most forgotten veterans and some of the most mistreated veterans of all time, if true, right? Because I think the date lines up for them being Vietnam War veterans, not specifically not Middle Eastern conflict, because Middle Eastern conflict people would be probably around 40 to 60, I think, maybe 50 something, right? Because, okay, yeah, you'll be like approaching 60, I would say. Like maybe you're approaching 60 in the most ancient of the Middle Eastern conflicts, but these people look older than that. They look like they're 80 and 90, right? Like actual 80 to 90 years old. So I would assume that has to be Vietnam, yeah.
Well, it means a lot because back then you got off the plane there and you had no welcome and people were almost booing you.
Jesus.
I'm real happy that now with current troops that come back from deployments, they get welcomed back really nice because that's what should happen. So it's being recreated in this flight and that makes you feel good.
I haven't flown for 50 years. And I was in the military from 72 to 76. Our country puts these things up, these memorials, honoring the men and women that served. You couldn't ask for something greater.
This has been going on over 20 years, and it started out very small, and now a lot of states have their own hubs.
See, isn't this what our country should be about? Like, isn't this what our country should be about? Is not forgetting the people who are literally about to expire from living too long for literally fighting in wars. It doesn't even matter whether or not you agree with the war or not. If you can acknowledge that people can make stupid decisions at a young age, being groomed into like the army or groomed into the Marine Force or something, right? I'm sure you can also acknowledge, like, especially if you're like a gambler or alcoholic from an early age and you fucked up other people's lives, right? Like that part doesn't matter to me as much as like actually, because I don't want to be like the soy, like the fucking, oh, you should never criticize a veteran. They're a veteran. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I don't think you should ever be soy about it like that, but it's more like these people are genuinely like some of the most forgotten people, and it's just really sad to see, in my opinion. Now she looks as though she is from the Middle Eastern conflicts, okay? Not for the Vietnam, right? She looks as though she's a participant in Middle Eastern conflicts. Yeah.
And they raise their own money and get there, and they set up the whole flights. They set up where they're going to go, the buses, the flights. Flight like today from Madison, Wisconsin will come in the morning and leave in the afternoon, and we'll get them around to every monument we can within reasonable time. Every city in this country has got veterans in it, I guarantee it. Go up and say thank you, and just tell them how much you appreciate them.
Just a brief reminder that Trump is currently cutting veteran affairs. That is the bureaucratic office of our federal government that is responsible for handling the veterans' healthcare, just everything that the veterans need in order to live in the current environment. just so that they can live out their remaining lives in peace. I think that he has gutted maybe around 40,000 people so far from Veteran Affairs. Service is slower, wait lists are longer, and veterans, because they're old and they need immediate medical help on a lot of things, chances are you're actually just straight up killing them. You are doing, I wouldn't say a genocide of veterans, but it's because the intention isn't to kill veterans. However, I will say that it does have the effect of like a massacre of veterans, essentially speaking. Yeah. Especially of people who have served in the Vietnam War, who are old and need immediate like medical care, and immediate benefits. And they're too old and they need people to call on the phone for them, because there's no way they can navigate like a phone prompt. Most of them can't. Maybe, I don't know, like skillfully navigate like one of these phone prompts and the menus and shit. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, pretty fucked. Pretty
If you're
fucked.
worried about socialism,
Okay.
how do you feel about the fact that Trump now, the United States is getting shares, the United States government is getting shares in like Intel or US Steel, Nippon Steel?
Oh yeah, where he
Like
was.
that's like a
as well.
social, that's like an AOC Bernie Sanders wet dream. Oh, the government has like shares, voting shares or whatever. in these
Capital
companies.
letters moronic.
Yeah, but a Democrat would have never done that. So this came from Trump, right? And then when we look at things
True.
in terms of like catastrophic impact on the economy, nothing that Kamala said, and Democrats say a lot of dumb things, is the equivalent to the tariff regime that we have right now. That is continuing to our currency devalue.
Okay, we didn't see this yet.
Over the past year, our trade
The
relations.
tariff thing is very complicated.
Bro, that's crazy. Even younger vets from the Iraq-Afghanistan wars were getting shafted by the VA. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's slow for everyone. It's just basically slow for literally everybody. Yeah, it's completely fucked right now. It's very sad. The US Supreme Court was given the wrong numbers. The unwind in the event of a negative decisions on tariffs would be including investments made to be made and return of funds. And is this like, how is this a real sentence? Can you imagine like this being said by anybody who isn't Trump IRL? Why is Jay Stoke watching you right now? Oh, he's a massive fan. Okay, he a fan. A minor. Okay, sorry. The US Supreme Court was given the wrong numbers. The unwind in the event of a negative decision on tariffs. Okay, the event of a negative decision on tariffs would be including investments made to be made and return of funds. What is this? I can't read this. This is the sitting president of the United States, by the way. Do you think J-Star cries when he gets on the scale? No, he couldn't cry because he couldn't actually see the numbers, okay? He can't cry because he can't see the numbers on the scale. And in addition, it's actually the scale that's crying because the scale is screaming and begging for help. It's not meant to handle the load of a pickup truck, okay? It's meant to weigh people and not like concrete blocks stacked on top of one another. You know what I mean? So, you know, would not be possible to make up for such a drubbing. Those truly become an insurmountable. Okay. So Trump is just threatening SCOTUS. Very nice. Amazing. My favorite thing about J-Stoke is how he's so fat he hides behind an avatar. Dude, he's just bouncing. He's bouncing, okay, on that fucking yoga ball. Okay? Boing.
That your administration is trying to tackle. Many Americans, the average age of first-time home buyers are now up to age 40, which is sad for the country you and I inherited.
Island Lad says, J-Stoke has to use the scale at SeaWorld. That is crazy, bro. Oh my, bro, that's crazy. You need to cease right now, okay? That's hate speech. Oh my god.
You have to understand. Right, but let me get to
What the fuck?
Your housing director has proposed something that his enraged
What the fuck?
What?
What?
50-year mortgage idea. So a significant MAGA backlash, calling it
Jesus.
dealing with the banks and simply prolonging the time it would take for Americans to own a home outright. Is that really a good idea?
It's not even a big deal. I mean, you know, you go from 40 to 50 years, and what it means is you pay you pay something less from 30, that some people had a 40 and then now they have a 50. All it means is you pay less per month, you pay it over a longer period of time. It's not like a big factor. It might help a little bit, but the problem was that Biden did this. He increased
Even 2000. It's funny, okay? Jesus. Let a bitch laugh. Jay Stoke is banned from SeaWorld for allegedly trying to eat a dolphin hole. Nice, good one. What the?
I worry now, though.
D's Twitter bio still correct, yeah. Gavin Newsom on next.
Now, though. Sounds like some of my colleagues and friends in the United States Senate, some of my Democratic colleagues just decided that we're playing by the old set of rules, not the new set of rules, and may have rolled over.
Oh my God, based.
I love your question. It's the right question. I want to be part of that answer as an American citizen.
I want to be like Gavin Newsom when I get to his age. How old is he? He's like in his 50s, right? He looks like he's in his 50s with how gray his hair is. Bro, I wish I could aura farm this hard at 50 something, okay? Holy shit. Oh my God, he's still sharp. He's still smart. He's a Giga Chad. All right.
Not as a
That's
governor,
my man.
as the
That's my guy.
ex-governor of California. But right now, we've got to hold the line because I think America will become unrecognizable in a year or two unless we fight back.
How is he Jay still trying to improve his content for his viewers / bots? Bro, just remember, okay, if you actually want to get Jay Stokes' real numbers, just take whatever viewership he has and minus that by 300, okay? Minus that by 300. Did you see the knee pass thing he did? No. Just minus it by 300 because his viewership will literally never drop under 300 for some reason, okay? He could be covering the most boring content. It would never drop be below 300. But his chat will move at the speed of molasses, all right? It's so pathetic. It's so obvious that I would be so shocked if he wasn't botting. Let's just put it like that. I would be shocked if he wasn't botting, all right? I placed the certainty pretty damn high because unless you can show me on YouTube that you're still able to replicate these numbers, I just will not believe you. Because at least I can believe that Queeman has these numbers because when he's streaming on YouTube, he gets 300, 400, okay? 200 to 400, which is just the average Queeman numbers, right? I believe that because otherwise you'd be fucking over your algorithm. However, that being said, I believe that Queeman's algorithm is in fact fucked. So I'm not entirely sure now whether or not he's botting on YouTube. All right, who knows? Okay, I'm assuming he's not, but yeah. Yeah.
I worry.
I want my child stars, baby. Conan prototype. I don't care. Okay, we need to watch this Tom Bilyeu. Why is he called Bilyeu? Whatever. We need to watch this Tom Bilyeu thing. Okay. Before we do that, there are some other stuff I need to go over. Okay. All right,